For decades, the old planning system shaped England's development, determining where green fields end and towns begin. But the system grew ever more complicated. These new properties in Coventry took years to plan, but are taking just months to build. So those who say we need much more housing were among the first to welcome the government's new framework, if it helps to deliver homes that people can actually afford.
Planning has been an obstacle for sustainable house building, and I think if we do get a clearer, simpler system for us to navigate, then that should help.
But today's planning document is about much more than housing. It'll be the framework for balancing the demands of the economy with the needs of the environment.
When you fly over the country, what's striking is just how much green space there still is. Some say that's because the old planning system restricted the growth of our towns and cities. The question is whether this new planning framework gives as much protection to the countryside.
An earlier draft of the guidelines contained one very controversial element, a presumption in favour of sustainable development. Would that mean a threat to areas like this Warwickshire woodland, right in the heart of England?
And this is a developer's paradise. And if
the phrase remains, but campaigners say some of their concerns have been addressed.
Generally, we welcome the fact that the government has listened to the objections. They have listened that we need to define sustainable development. However, they haven't said how it's going to be implemented, and that could lead to huge amounts of confusion.
Businesses like this shampoo factory in Stratford-upon-Avon think the economy will ultimately benefit. Here they export to 70 countries, and the boss is all too aware of the costs of a dysfunctional system.
There are foreign companies who come here. They may see a project on an area which is going to take 5 to 7 years, and they'll actually go to other parts of Europe because planning is faster in other countries.
England is the only UK nation making changes today. Developers have been anticipating them and already own large tracts of land. Swifter planning decisions could mean faster building. The question is where. Mike Sargent, BBC News, Coventry.